Imagine being charged with larceny, not for shoplifting at your favorite store, but for stealing lawn ornaments. That's what's happening today in Judge DeSanto's court. When asked why, she claims temporary insanity. The total amount of money she's now ordered to pay is far more than the cost of just buying those ornaments. The lesson: it's always cheaper and less legally complicated to stay out of people's yards and just buy your own lawn ornaments.
Opportunity to review the report recommendation with your client.
Yes, I have, Your Honor. Everything is factually accurate. The restitution amount is, my client is questioning and wants to have a restitution hearing. I believe one party submitted a $120.79 invoice for restitution, and the other one said $450. My client has informed me that all properties were returned. However, one was damaged. We're not disputing that one, but we would like a restitution hearing, Your Honor, in the future to determine that.
Oh, this is right. This is the one with the lawn ornaments, correct?
Yes, with the Easter ornaments or whatever they were, correct.
The $120 one was the only one mentioned in the court before, and I have no problem with that one.
Okay, so yeah, I'm very confused as to what would possess somebody to stop by somebody's home that they're driving by, right? You were driving by the house?
Yeah.
What would possess somebody to stop while they're driving and put their vehicle in park, get out of the vehicle, go onto somebody's property, remove lawn ornaments
Temporary insanity.
Don't interrupt.
that were there, put them into your vehicle and then drive away? And not just once, but a number of times you did this, because there's two people that were listed as victims.
It was the same house, it was only once. They were right next door to each other, and
So there's two houses then, not just one.
they were.
Don't try to minimize.
No,
Two houses.
I only drove away once.
I understand that, but you went to two people's property.
She agrees with that, Your Honor. Is that correct, ma'am?
So what possesses somebody to do that?
Temporary insanity.
No.
It
She was depressed, Your Honor, what she told me initially at the plea.
So you were depressed.
My son's birthday was February 3rd, and I found him dead in 2020, and
And I can appreciate, man, that that's difficult. I can certainly appreciate that that's
it's
difficult.
not an excuse.
But 2 weeks later, you're driving by somebody's home, people's homes, and you stop and take their lawn ornaments.
It wasn't right, I have no excuse.
She
And,
did.
but let me just state this. It doesn't appear, but for Facebook circulating it everywhere, it doesn't appear as though you would have returned the items.
I definitely would have, I didn't leave them, I didn't even take them out of my trunk.
But then why'd you even take them to begin with?
It was a stupid thing to do.
And why those lawn ornaments?
I have no excuse.
Your Honor,
Ma'am, something caught your eye. So why those particular lawn ornaments on those particular homes?
The roosters.
What's that?
The roosters.
The roosters, okay, do you have a rooster collection?
No, not necessarily, but I've had roosters before, real roosters.
Okay, and so you thought that you saw the roosters, you just take them?
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, you took more than just one lawn man.
there were several, but.
Rooster with hat and boots,
Return.
a high rooster, cement rooster, rooster planter, and a pig planter. That's from one individual. And then another one's 4 small shepherd's poles, 4 lanterns, a patriotic rooster, and a patriotic car sign. And so you want this court to believe that you stole all of those items because you were depressed.
I have no excuse, ma'am.
It's not as though you were just walking by and like, oh, this looks cute, I'm gonna go grab this. You parked your vehicle and you took 15 items. 15 items.
They were all right next to each other, really close. I have no,
And so that's better?
no, I.
No, she's already said she has no excuse, Your Honor. She's taking full responsibility. We just want to get the restitution amount correct. So when she makes her monthly payments, that some of it will go to the victims, we hope, first. And she's able to pay $50 a month, near the end of the month. She's
Okay.
working part-time,
Well, here's what the court's going to do, counsel. 771 is discretionary
right?
by the court. Your client had a prior larceny dismissed back in 2016 under 771.1. So the court is not going to, does not find that your client is eligible under 771.1. So I'm not sure if that affects moving forward or not. If you'd like to have a communication with your client, that's fine.
She has no objection, Your Honor.
The court's going to note that after hearing from counsel, hearing from Ms. Bowling Hubble, reviewing their report, the recommendation, that there is reasonable grounds to depart from MCL 769.5. The court also finds that the following sentence in the best interest of justice is reasonable and proportionate to the seriousness of the matter and the circumstances surrounding Ms. Bowling Hubble in light of the legislative guidelines. The court's going to note that the court does not find 12 months probation appropriate. The court's going to order 18 months probation. The court's going to also order that, or indicate that you are eligible for early discharge. I'll go over that in just a few moments. The court's going to order you not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. You're not to leave the state without the consent of the court. You are to report truthfully to your probation officer as often as your probation officer may require, in person, writing, or virtually. You're notified your probation officer immediately by any change in address or employment status. You are to attend CASA meetings. The rehabilitative goal for that condition is to provide you with tools for recovery from shoplifting, fraud, kleptomania, and embezzlement, while emphasizing responsibilities in recovery. The court's going to also order you to participate in the economic crime program. The rehabilitative goal for that condition is to help you learn skills that will eliminate behaviors that are associated with economic crimes, hopefully preventing this matter from happening again. You're to pay restitution amount of $95. And you're not to return to either of the homes on Matthew Street or have contact with the victims either.
They are strangers to her, Your Honor. That won't be a problem.
Any questions regarding the terms?
Your Honor, could she have a payment program?
Yes, once I assess the fines and costs, yes. Man, you're very fortunate that your attorney worked out the plea deal that they did, because quite frankly, with the 15 items that, with the behavior that you exhibited, the prosecutor is very generous in offering an amended charge. The court's going to order a $500 fine, $100 screening assessment fee, $900 supervision oversight fee, that's $50 a month, and 18 months. Since you're eligible for early discharge, some of that money will not be due. $300 for the cost of prosecution, crime victim assessment fee of $75, justice system assessment fee of $50, for a total of $1,925. Ma'am, you could have just gone and buy yourself your own ornaments for that price. You indicated $50 a month, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, at the end of the month.
Do you have anything to pay today, ma'am?
No, I didn't.
All right, $50 per month, beginning on May 30th. And the 30th of every month thereafter. The court will note that you, as I did indicate, you're eligible for early discharge as long as all the following have occurred. You've completed at least half of your original term of probation. All probation requirements have been completed. You've had at least 3 months without any violations, and all monies have been either paid in full, or you've made a good faith effort toward making full payment. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Please have a seat. Probation, somebody will be with you shortly.